Hey chocolate friends, Carla here from Opening Chocolate. I have a pile of chocolate on my desk today. Look at this. And it is all from Antidote Chocolate. Antidote Chocolate. So I'm going to be talking about that today. So let's get started. Antidote is a women-owned business. It was started by Red Thalhammer in July of 2010 in New York City. Now, I believe Red currently splits her time between Miami Beach and New York City, but she grew up in a small town in Austria along the Danube, and food has always been an important part of her life and her family's life because her parents owned a restaurant as one of their businesses, and from an early age, her and her siblings worked in the restaurant. She told me that her mom was known for her cooking, and one of her earliest chocolate memories is of a Sachertorte, which is a Viennese dessert specialty. It's a chocolate cake with two dense layers of chocolate with a apricot jam in between the two layers and then covered with chocolate icing. If you're ever in Austria, you need to be sure to try it. But that was the first memory she had of chocolate with her mom. And she also mentioned that her mom often cut the sugar in recipes in half. And this also later influenced her in her chocolate making because one of her mantras is higher cacao, less sugar. So she's not trained in the culinary arts, she's actually trained in the graphic design arts. So she's a graphic designer. She's done lots of commercial product packaging goods. She designed the packaging for them. In 2000, something else that influenced her taste and flavors is she took a trip to Sri Lanka and really learned to appreciate spices and flavor in a new way. So we come to how did Antidote Chocolate come about? And this, I just love having this stack of chocolate with me. Okay, so in 2009, in the United States and most of the world, I believe there was a recession. Jobs were falling through. She was working as a graphic designer, just not doing as well as she had hoped. And in search of work, she had met a neighbor who they became good friends, and she would visit him when she was stressed. And one evening she sent him a text and it said, "Sorry, I've been poisonous today," basically apologizing for her moodiness. And he sent a text back. His reply was, "Don't worry, I'll make an antidote to that." And this stuck in her mind. It just was one of those thoughts where you can't get rid of it. And she thought about it, and she woke up the next morning and she thought, what would be an antidote to moodiness or stress? And the next morning she had the idea of chocolate. So she started making chocolate in 2010. Now she's been around for 13 years now, so she's been on Oprah's lists and in lots of different magazines and health magazines. She is self-taught as far as chocolate making goes. She uses Riba Nacional cacao beans, direct trades with Ecuador. She uses real fruit and spices, no essential oils, and she leans into the health food and superfood aspect of cacao. I'm not going to comment on that. I'll let you do your own thoughts on that. But what I am going to comment on is the taste of her chocolate. So I have a whole bunch of different flavors here that are very interesting. So she's got some different groups of bars. So she's got some that are named after Greek goddesses. Of course, you know Theobroma cacao is the botanical name of the cacao tree, and it basically means food of the gods. So what's more appropriate than to name it after Greek goddesses. And Greek goddesses and mythology are full of high drama and stress and emotions, and here's your antidote to all that. So we have our Greek goddesses. On the back of her bars, she lists what goddess was inspired. The packaging picture is inspired by that goddess. So I'm just going to show you, or maybe I'll flip the camera around and we'll take a closer look, because they're very interesting. Again, she's a graphic designer, works in consumer packaging, so there's some unique and beautiful designs that have gone into these packaging. So let's flip the camera and take a look. All right, so here's my pile of chocolate. I'll just go through the flavors that I have. So ginger bits, this was, you can see the Greek goddess, 77%. Aletheia, so different goddess on the back, different picture on the front to represent the flavor and the goddess. That kind of looks like a ginger plant. It's kind of cool. Then we have coffee and cardamom. You can see the hair of the goddess is a coffee bean. This is kakia. Almond and fennel. So kind of looks like almond. Artemis is the goddess inspired for that one. We have hibiscus, mango, and juniper. Are you loving these unique flavors? That totally looks like a mango to me. Different percentages. We've had 77, 73. Here's an 84. Lavender and sea salt. Again, a goddess. Panacea. I'm probably pronouncing these incorrectly because I pronounce them like Hawaiian words. Rose salt and lemon. So you can see where the flavors are influenced. The goddess is part of it. Yeah, it's just really interesting, thoughtful packaging. Banana and cayenne, I'm scared of that one. I'm a spicy wimp. This one's naked. It's a higher percentage. Then we have some other ones that are queens, called our Queens of Paradise. Have Anise Tomato, interesting combination. Quinoa Crunch. And Orange and Earl Grey. And then on top of all that, then she also has a few milk chocolate bars that are, this one is mermaid. So this is seaweed and toasted black sesame. And then she has another one that I couldn't get that was sold out, which is strawberry and hibiscus. But that one gets a lot of buzz. So I think today I'm going to try, let's see, there's 4 that I'm really interested in trying, but that's too much for a video. So here's the 4. I think I'm going to try her milk just because. And I do like licorice and I do like mango. All of these. So this mango I like, licorice I like, licorice I like. Let's see. I think I will try the anise and tomato and see how that is. So let's open these up. Let's start with the dark first. So we have the package design. This is a 70% dark chocolate. She calls it endorphin boosting. Here we get the influence from her mom with high on cacao, less sugar. Let's see, Ariba Nacional fused with sun-dried tomato and aniseed. Cocoa beans first ingredient, always a good sign. And again, she just has a little bit of lecithin in there, but that doesn't bother me too much. I'm not a 2-ingredient purist. So lots and lots of info on the bar itself. Let's see how it looks. So lots of anise seeds on the back. Looks good, lots of inclusion. Oh, I can smell it. Yes, I can definitely smell the undertone of the licorice. So lots and lots of information on the wrappers about how it can be an antidote, how she perceives it to be an antidote. You've got the words on there. It's a nice looking bar, shiny. Looks like it's all in temper. Okay, that was probably me opening the package, that line on the back. All right, so let's give it a snap. Pretty good snap. But boy, I can a strong aroma coming off, which is nice. Not bad, a good aroma. All right, so what I'm going to do is I am going to just warm it up with my thumb, probably on this side, otherwise I'll rub all the anise off, and see what aromas I can get and give it a taste, and we'll come back. So this is interesting. This is a nice chocolate. It's got a nice melt to it. It has a definite nose of the anise, which is licorice kind of aroma. Considering this National cacao, I cannot distinguish a lot of the characteristic floral notes that are in the National Ariba cacao. That's okay. That's fine. I do get in the chocolate itself, while it's melting, a nice, strong, persistent cocoa flavor, notes of blackberries, tiny bit of raspberry, pinch of citrus, a little bit of spice at the end. I don't see any large inclusions of the tomatoes, so it must have been ground in. I don't know if some of that is coming from the tomato, but I don't get a real strong tomato taste. So some of that acidity may be coming from the tomato itself. Yeah, but it's a nice bar. It's got a nice smooth melt, and if you're not opposed to licorice, I think you'd probably like that one too. It's a 70% dark. Let's give this one a try. So this is one of her milk chocolate bars. On her bar, she says the chocolate that loves you back, because she leans into that superfood health aspect of cacao. This is seaweed and toasted black sesame, a 56% cacao. So a little bit sweeter than the dark, but that's okay. We're making a milk here. All right. So this is a mermaid for the kid inside. Let's open this up and see what it looks like. Milk chocolate. Fun. This one has a lot of inclusions. Look at all those black sesame seeds. Nice. Everywhere. It's always better to have more inclusions than less, as far as I'm concerned. So it's got the shine that you would expect of a milk chocolate. Lots and lots of inclusions. Smells really nice. Got the nuttiness from the sesame seeds. Let's give it a listen to the snap. It has a snap that you would expect from a milk chocolate. It wasn't really, I don't know if you heard it really super strong, but it's there. This one has, let's look at the ingredients here. So it's got cacao beans, cocoa butter, milk powder, whole cane sugar, black sesame seeds, nori seaweed, which is the same kind of seaweed that is around the outside of your sushi, that black seaweed, and sunflower lecithin. All right, so same deal. I'm gonna warm it up to release the volatiles and give it a taste. So again, very interesting flavors. So the aroma is a caramelized, like sugar, milk, almost like a straight caramel. It has a really nice texture to it, nice melt. You get also the aroma from the sesame, the nuttiness of the sesame when you bite it. And I chewed this one instead of letting it melt because I wanted to get all the flavors mixed together. You get that tahini-like sesame nuttiness with the chocolate, and the nori is the most interesting thing to me because it kind of comes through as this retro nasal flavor. I don't really umami-ness, like it's very interesting to me. It doesn't really come across as one of my tongue tastes, but as I'm chewing and breathing in, I get this nori in my nose, which is very, very interesting. a nice chocolate, an interesting chocolate. Yeah, I am excited to give the rest of my stack a try now as I go through here. So the two I tried today was the anise, the anise tomato and the milk seaweed toasted black sesame. Both excellent options. Let's flip the camera around and finish up. All right, so that is Antidote Chocolate. I'm not sure that I have anything else. I was just looking on the back of the bars a little more closely, and I noticed that even though Red is based in Brooklyn, that it says the bars are made in Ecuador. So I'll have to look more into that, but that's interesting. So that is Antidote Chocolate. If you have tried Antidote Chocolate, and she's been around for many years, so maybe you have, let me know if there's a flavor that you like, that you think I should try. I think I got a lot of her flavors. So I'll have some chocolate to work through and flavors to taste here. And I'm excited to get to taste them all. So that is this week's video. If you have a comment, make sure to leave it for me below. And thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.